Hey guys, it's Saturday. We just had a rain pass through, so I'm just getting out here on Lake Talquin about lunchtime. I'm gonna try to do something a little different today. I'm gonna get out here on the lake. I'm gonna see if I can find these crappie, and if I can find them, we're gonna play with all the electronics on this boat, and we're gonna see what we can learn. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a lot of electronics on here, and I come from the bass fishing world, and I've used those to my advantage for quite a few years. I can't say how many tournaments I've won by learning what fish look like on all of my electronics. So today, if I can find some crappie, we're going to play around with live scope, my Humminbird 360, may put live scope in perspective mode. We're going to look around with the side scan and the down scan. We're going to see if we can't learn something. Maybe I figure out a way to see these crappie when they're up shallow. So the only way you learn is to just get out and experiment and give it a try. So we're going to get out here on Lake Talquin today. We're going to see what we can do. I'll try to show you what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll find some fish, and we can see if we can see them on the other electronics that I have. All right guys, so we're gonna do the standard thing. We're gonna start out here in the channel. I'm going to ease down this river channel. You can see where I've been up and down it a bunch of times. So we're going to ease down this river channel and get the camera situated. And we're going to make our way up here to this cove. And then we're going to idle all the way to the back of the cove down the creek channel. And then if that doesn't work, that'll tell me that they're not out deep. So then we're going to get up shallow and look for them. When we can find them, then we'll get back out with our other electronics and see if we can see any of them, see what they look like. Alright, so you guys hang with me. I'm gonna turn the camera off. There's no reason for me to show you idling all the way down the channel, but if I see fish, I'll turn it back on. Alright guys, first thing I've noticed is I didn't see any fish in the river channel. Now we're gonna go down the middle of this cove in the creek channel. I'm already noticing the water temp 62 degrees. That's down from last weekend, so we'll look around in here and see if that changed up the fish a little bit. We'll get back to you. Alright guys, I have come all the way to the nearly about to the back of this creek, and I have not seen any fish on my side scan out in the river channel. So now we're gonna make our way back out this creek, and we're gonna look a little bit closer to the shoreline with this side scan and see if we see anything. And if we don't, we're going to put the trolling motor down, and then I'm going to come back into the cove down the bank, and that may take me a little while, but I'm going to do it and see if I can locate these crappie with using my live scan instead of my side scan, and we'll see how that works. Alright guys, so I have made my way just about back to the mouth of this cove, out about 7,500 yards off the, probably 60, 70 yards off the shoreline. I have not seen anything on my side scan that really looked like crappie. Now there's lots of stuff on there that might have been crappie, but I'm not sure if they were or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around. I'm going to put the trolling motor down, and I'm going to go back up through here with the trolling motor and the live scope. I'm going to see if I actually see any. Now this is the spot I caught some last weekend that were right up on the shoreline, so I'm expecting these fish are still going to be around here somewhere, but you never know. Fish move, and that's why it's so important to learn how to use your electronics, because they will move on you day to day. And you know, I spent the last several years winning bass tournaments using my electronics, and one of the things I learned early on was I could find a big school of bass and out on a river ledge or a hump and start catching them, and they would just, after an hour or so, they might just vanish and we stopped catching fish. I cranked the boat up and go 100 yards out to another part of the river ledge, and there the school would be again. They would move around at just different parts of the day. They'd move around the lake. So you know, fish are always moving. But let's see what we can find. If I can find them with a live scope, then we'll play around with some of these other electronics and see what we can learn. Alright guys, so what it looks like I'm seeing is a few crappie on my live scope up really shallow. I'm pretty close to the shoreline, And it looks like with high skies in this front come through, it looks like they're sitting right on the bottom, or maybe they're spawning. You can see all these little divots on my 360. That almost looks like beds. Now whether or not that's crappie beds or something else, I don't know, but that's what we're exploring. We're going to piddle around in here and see what else we see, and then we're going to get a rod out and do some fishing and see if we can catch one. You can see them on the screen here. They'll be right in this area. Kind of sort of looking like there might be a fish or two in there. I saw maybe 2 or 3 on my live scope. A lot of things that, you know, possibly look like fish, but I cast along there, I drifted back down it, casting with a little jig under a cork, and didn't see any fish following my jig, and really just didn't see much. So now I'm gonna go all the way to the very back of this cove, get up shallow in water in the back of this cove, and I'll look around back there and see what I see back there. It may just be one of those tough days. Like I said, that rain just came through at front and the temperatures has dropped. The skies are clearing up, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can find them. Sorry guys, no crappie yet. I was coming over to another cove and I came across the school of bass, so I'm gonna make a few casts on these bass and see if I can catch them. Maybe if they hang around, I'll show you guys what they look like on a side scan. There he is. Always fun when you can stop and have a little fun while you're out fishing. Do that again. All right, let me get a different cricket. I just grabbed the first bass rod I could reach my hands into and get. Let's see if I can get something they'll bite. Oh, there's one with a jig on it. Let's see if they'll bite a jig. Like a little better fish. Yeah, not bad. Come here, boy. Them tournament guys would be mad if they were watching me do this. Oh. There you go, guys. There's a nice fat bass. Oh yeah, getting ready to spawn. Obviously hadn't moved up yet. My crappie fishing trip turned into a bass fishing trip. It's just hard to pass up a big wad of bass sitting on the bottom. There he is. Ain't very big. Oh, we got off. Well, in that case, he was 10 pounds. Nah, he's about 1.5 pounds. Oh no, missed him. One hit it on the way down. Be a big one down there somewhere. What you guys didn't see was right when I stopped the first cast I made, I caught one about 4 pounds. So I caught 4 of these fish already, so I may be wising up to my bait. Got him that time. That looks like a little better one. Oh yeah, nice one. Come on now, behave. We'll come around this side of the boat where we can show you off. Oh yeah, another stud. Oh yeah, that's 4 or 5 pounder. Come here. Come here. We're just gonna make you famous. Oh, there you go. Told you there'd be a big one down there. How's that? That's what, 6.5 pounds? I don't know, I always underguess them. I usually end up with more weight at the weigh-in than I think I do, but nice bass. Turn her loose, let her go do her thing, make some more baby bass. I'm playing with fire with this little cheap bait I got on here. Catch another one like that, he's probably gonna break it. But we'll try. That's what? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half pounds with 4 fish. One stop. There he is. He ain't very big. Oh, I'm gonna swing this one. Oh, it's a little 2-pounder. Pretty fish. Green, almost looked like they'd been up on the bank already. But I know they hadn't. Alright, that's about 18 pounds, give or take. My old club's fishing today. They had a tournament out here today. I hadn't fished it this year because I've been making crappie fishing videos, but I'll have to check their weights and see what won. Just goes to show you guys, these bass, they do the same thing the crappie do. So I'm at the mouth of a cove, right on a drop off, right where they're staging up, getting ready to go spawn. Change up my retrieve on them. There he is. Tricked him. Old bass, they're not as smart as you think they are. Oh, another nice one. Oh, that's another 4-pounder, looks like. 4 or 5. Oh, get around this trolling motor so we can make you famous. There, big boy. There we go. Oh, yeah. There you go. All right. What you think? That's almost 5 there too. 4.5, 5 maybe. We're working on 20-pound limit in one spot in 10 minutes. How about that? He got a big old scar on him right there. Still fat and not quite ready to spawn yet. Pretty fish though. Yeah. Rawr. Fun to catch them. You guys didn't know it, but I've always been more of a tournament bass fisherman than a crappie fisherman. Kind of started doing more crappie fishing because of the pandemic. And I'm learning the live scope. But I have taken a lot of people's money out here on Lake Talquin, fished bass tournaments over the last couple of years. Oh, they said they've seen that cricket too many times. I'd like to catch one more 5-pounder just so we can say we caught over 20 pounds. I think that'd put us over 20 pounds. Surely I can get one to bite this jig. Maybe not. Come on, one more. bait suspended. Picked it up. There he is. Told you I hit one with the bait. Came back and got it after I let it fall. Oh, we can flip him. Ugh. There we go. What you think? 3, 3.5, something like that? 2 5/8, 7/16. I'd say we're pushing 20 pounds. Figured I'd get one to hit that jig eventually. Alright, last cast with this cricket. I've tried different retrieves. Drag it real slow one time. Let him stare at it like a cat. We got him. He ain't very big though. If he gets off, he's 10 pounds. There we go. Oh, not a monster, but whoa! Stop hitting the camera. A little 1 3/4, 7/8, something like that. Let's see if I got any other crickets tied on that from last year during. Guys, I don't think I've bass fished since my last tournament right over a year ago. It was on this lake, so I don't have anything tied on. I'm just fishing with what I had tied on the last time I was out here in spring. There he is. I only got one of those jokers to hit it. Not sure that's a bass though. Maybe it's sitting bass. Feels like a catfish. Oh, it's a striper. Well, I knew they looked like bass. Just the wrong species of bass. Oh, now I gotta get him off all those treble hooks without getting caught. Oh, mercy. Calm down, fish. Whoa, we almost got me that time. Sorry, rascal. pair of pliers when I need some. That's why I was having a hard time catching them. Wrong species. Actually, there's some bass here. There was some bass here too. I just don't think they were very large bass. But you know, that was kind of fun watching him eat that jerkbait. I'd do that again. Well, guys, it's been a enjoyable afternoon out here. I set out to show you some footage using my electronics. I just didn't find anything. The first cove I went into, there just wasn't anything to look at. So you know, I was coming over to check some other coves and found that school bass, and had a good time catching those. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of bass fishing, and I'll see if I can get back out here tomorrow and track this crappie down. I believe a lot of them are actually up on the bank spawning, but I really didn't check around in deep water a lot today because I just got sidetracked. It felt good to set the hook hard on some of those bass. So maybe I'll try to get back out here and make another video tomorrow. Y'all have a good afternoon.